Experiments to train rats to play Doom reaches new level. Rats can now shoot enemies. The wraparound LED screen provides virtual environment for a neuroengineer's expanded open source project. So yeah, like they literally have a rat on a fucking trackball that navigating Doom levels and shooting enemies. These rats could probably be trained to get through tutorial levels like Cuphead. I mean, game journalists can't. Back in current year -5, the internet briefly lost its collective mind over a popular headline. Rats have been trained to play Doom, specifically Doom 2. 4 years later, the project is back with a substantial update. This time, it's less of a novelty and more of something that actually resembles gameplay. Kind of, especially now that now that an added trigger mechanism allowing the rats, which see their way around the game with a new wraparound screens to shoot. The project, led by neuroengineer Victor Toth, has evolved into a second-generation setup that significantly expands what the rats can do inside the Doom engine. Our original version used a clever but limited configuration. Rats stood in a harness over a freely rotating ball with forward movement mapped to movement through simple Doom 2 corridor. Rewards came in the form of sweetened water dispensed when the rats performed the desired action. It worked, but only that. There was no real interaction with the game's mechanics, so calling it playing Doom was overstating the case a bit. Yeah, they were just running through straight corridors. A new version changes that equation. The updated rig still maps real-world rat movement into a virtual Doom environment, but now supports more complex navigation and additional inputs. The visual system is upgraded to a curved OLED display that wraps around the rat's field of view, providing a much more immersive and consistent visual environment than earlier flat screens. To provide the animals with spatial feedback, the system uses targeted gentle air puffs delivered to the rat's snouts to indicate wall collisions. Essentially a non-invasive way to tell the rat you walked into something without relying on trial and error alone. And they gave the rats the ability to shoot. But more importantly, the system now allows rats to shoot. A physical trigger mechanism lets the animal activate Doom's fire input, meaning they're no longer just moving through the game, but interacting with it in a way that directly maps to classic FPS controls. Still a far cry from tactical demon slaying, but mechanically speaking, the rats are now performing multiple discrete in-game actions. And the fact that they can do these actions all at once, I mean, that automatically puts them above a game journalist. I mean, do you guys, was it Kotaku? Oh no, it was a Polygon video, I think. When they were showing some of their Doom gameplay years ago. And whoever the journalist was that was playing apparently didn't realize you can move and shoot at the same time because he kept stopping to shoot. Oh, it was embarrassing. But the rats apparently know how to do both of those at once. To be clear, none of this involves invasive neural interfaces. The entire system relies on external sensors, motion tracking, reward-based learning. The rat's physical movements are translated to standard Doom inputs, and correct behaviors are reinforced through the reward system. From a hardware perspective, this remains a hacker-friendly open source setup rather than a sealed bespoke lab instrument. Yep, they're just mapping keys to a custom controller, basically. Good shit. That distinction matters because this project has never really been about proving that rats understand Doom in any human sense. The update doesn't suddenly mean rodents grasp level design, enemy behavior, or objectives. Well, at the very least, they grasp those at a higher level than journalists. That was Dean Takahashi as well that did the Doom playthrough. Oh, God. No, he was the same one that can't beat the Cuphead tutorial. Is Dean Takahashi like the fall guy for game journalists? Like all of these bad videos are him? It demonstrates that the technical platform has matured enough to support richer interactions. The rats can now perform multiple distinct in-game actions, and the system can reliably evaluate and reward those actions. So the limiting factor is no longer the hardware or software. Instead, it's training time and experimental design. Teaching an animal to associate specific physical behaviors with abstract outcomes inside virtual space is slow, and scaling that training takes patience. The updated system opens the door to more ambitious experiments than the original build could support. Yeah, just wait till they start breeding the rats for trainability. Like the rats that pick things up quickly get selectively bred. That's how we're gonna get the Skaven, yeah. Yeah, the rats still aren't speedrunning E1M1, but the project has clearly moved beyond a one-off stunt. The update shows real technical progress and hints at future experiments that could use game engines as standardized low-cost virtual test beds. Doom once again refuses to die, and indeed, the Doom engine is doing a lot of quite heavy lifting here. It's a lightweight engine, trivial modability, and a decades-long history of running on almost literally anything. Yeah, I think my favorite was when they got it to run on a pregnancy test. Like, goddamn. Yeah, no, you want to talk about a lightweight engine? I mean, there you go. I make an ideal virtual environment with this kind of work. What looks like a joke on the surface is a practical choice. Doom provides a controllable, well-understood 3D world that can be bent to experimental needs without reinventing a game engine from scratch. Rats always pop in TMNT tournament fighters so they can play as Rat King. Yeah, I guess maybe we could train the rats to play a Ninja Turtles game next to see if seeing themselves represented via Master Splinter will improve their performance. We could disprove that entire representation myth in no time.